Hi, my name is Diane Cook, and I'm here in Waterstones, Piccadilly. Just pick a Waterstones, and I'm there doing a Shelfie for you. I'm actually quarantining in a house that's not my own, so I don't even have any of my books with me, so we're really faking it this time. Not in a bookstore, not with any of my books. But here, I want to tell you about my book, my new book, which just came out in the UK. It's called The New Wilderness. It was just longlisted for the Booker Prize, and this is the beautiful cover. The New Wilderness imagines a future US that is ravaged by climate change and overpopulation. There's only one wilderness area left, and it imagines a group of nomadic hunter-gatherers that are there as part of a experiment to see if people and nature can interact any longer without one destroying the other. And it mainly follows a mother and a daughter, Bee and Agnes. Bee has brought Agnes to the wilderness state to save her life because the city where everyone lives is so polluted and toxic. But in bringing her to the wilderness area, into the wilderness state, she's going to lose Agnes in this other way because Agnes is going to turn into this wild creature, whereas Bee is always going to be this civilized person who grew up in the city. And it kind of is looking at how, as parents, we're raising kids to eventually, hopefully, not need us anymore. And it's pushing that idea to its most extreme place. Anyway, so here I am at Waterstones, and I want to talk to you about a couple other books. One, which was very foundational to me as a person, is Walden by Henry David Thoreau. Walden is one of my favorite books. I think people read it way too young because a lot of people don't like it. But I think and a lot of people read it wrong, I think. They think it's all about individualism and getting away from civilization and being by yourself and leaving the world behind and going to live in a shack on a pond. And I think the most important part of Walden is the end, where he says, that was the end of my first year there. My second year was basically the same, and then I left. And then Henry David Thoreau left, and he wrote texts like Civil Disobedience. He left the woods to rejoin civilization, and I think that's always been the main point of Walden, and I think it's a wonderful book, and I think people should give it another shot. The next book is The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. This book was pretty influential to me when I was writing The New Wilderness, mainly because of the structure of it. I love the structure of The Grapes of Wrath. It tells a story in the general and then tells it specifically about the Jodes. And then everything that happens to the Jodes happens to this bigger group of humanity. And I think it beautifully illustrates how the things that happen to one person affect everyone. And it just gives this sense of humanity and community and like the people versus the powers that be in such a beautiful way and such a powerful way. And that book is so radical, and every time I read it I want to both give up and fight. It's just shows the world to be a brutal place, but it shows how necessary it is to fight it. It's a wonderful book that, again, people read way too young. I think you have to read it multiple times, and you have to read it as an adult too. The last book I'm going to talk about is a book that just came out in the UK, and you should check it out. It's a book of short stories called You Will Never Be Forgotten by Mary South, and it is a sharp, edgy, beautiful, emotional, strange book about our times now. Like I said, they're short stories, it has a dystopian feel only because right now feels so weird. A lot of the stories about technology and social media and the internet and all of the kind of icky horribleness of that. And it's just a really good now, like, special collection of stories that will show you your world now and make you feel like you both know it too well and have never seen it before. It's just a wonderful collection and you should check it out. Thank you, Waterstones, for letting me do this Shelfie for you. I hope you'll check out all these books and The New Wilderness soon. Bye.